Welcome to my The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, today is Tuesday. We got an interesting Tuesday thread for you guys. And this one is men. What do women just not get? All right, let's see what women just don't get. All right. There is an episode of Star Trek where Beverly keeps making these elaborate breakfasts, then find out that Picard only really wants coffee and croissants. I think about that a lot. Okay. I mean, I guess it's a thing of like, dudes are more simpler than you think. And they just want a simple breakfast, I guess. All right, sure. Sometimes I want to do nothing, and I'm not grumpy. I don't need to talk. I just want to sit there and do nothing for a bit. Facts. So many times I see women and they're just like, oh, you know, when you guys are just sitting there and we ask you, what are you thinking about? And you say nothing. Are you really just thinking about nothing? And it's like, yes. Are you kidding me? I love sitting and thinking about nothing. And I've always said this. I've said this so many times on this podcast that when I'm with my girl, I love to just be in your presence, but I don't have to entertain you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm playing my game and you're just watching TV, or I'm watching TV, you're reading a book, or we're just watching TV together. Like, I don't have to entertain you. We can just be in proximity of each other, doing our thing, and we're chilling. I love that. Absolutely. And I guarantee you there's so many other dudes that love the same thing. I am not the only one. I ain't special in this at all. There are so many dudes that just love to sit and do nothing with their girl. You know what I mean? But girls always feel like they have to be doing something. And like, oh, let's do something. Oh, let's do this. So let's do that. And it's just like, girl, can you just relax? Like, let's just do nothing. Let's just sit and do nothing. Let's, you know, we've been doing stuff all day. Like, shit. I don't know. That is a big one, man. That's a big one. That I like intimacy too. I want to be hugged. I want to be complimented, and I don't want it to feel conditional because nearly everything in my life already is facts. When your girl notices you have a tough day and she just decided to rub your back, oh, you know, or she just like sees you laying down and just decides to come over and rub your feet, you know, because it's not even a sexual thing, you know, it's just one of those things where you feel so taken care of. You like, yeah, you know, you feel all nurtured and shit, and you like, oh my God, I love this, you know. Or hell, even if, you know, she sees you had a tough day and she decides to just bring you snacks and stuff, and you're just like, oh, thanks, you know what I mean? I don't know, that type of stuff. And it's nice when you do it and you're not expecting anything back. You're just doing it for the genuine, like, I want to do this for you. You know, that to me also is really a nice thing because I can't stand it. And I mean, I can't stand it when like you get home and the day is just like, oh, you know, and it just seems like your girl's just not paying attention to you. She's just like, oh, you know, she's just sitting there. And you're just like, hello, I want some love too. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, when your guy comes home from work, hug him and see how he reacts. I guarantee you he's going to be so confused. He's going to be like, what? What the fuck are you hugging me for? You know what I mean? And you just look up at him and just, you know, while you're hugging him, just look up at him. Guarantee you that man is going to feel so fucking loved. It's going to be crazy. He's going to be like, I like this. He's like, I like this. He going to go to his homies and be like, yo, man, I came home yesterday and she's hugged me, bro. She just gave me a hug. I swear to God. That's how starved dudes are for affectionate by our own women. You know what I mean? I guarantee you. Just hug your dude. Don't say nothing. Just hug him. Just hug him. I swear to God. Or if you see him on the couch or whatever, you know, just start rubbing his feet or start rubbing his back or scratching his back, whatever. That man's going to be purring like a walrus. He's like, I guarantee you. And it's not going to be a sexual thing to him. 100% it's not going to be a sexual thing to him. He's just going to feel loved. He's just going to be like, oh, my girl got me. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, I guarantee you, man. It's the little things for us too, ladies. Okay? Golly. Sometimes doing nothing is doing something. Facts. 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 Because, again, dudes just love being in proximity of their girl. They don't care if we're doing something. We don't care if we are just sitting around. As long as we're in proximity of you, we're chilling. We're chilling. You can ask so many dudes, and you can ask them, oh, do you like being with your girl but not being with your girl? And it won't make sense to you, but I guarantee you to him, it's going to make 100% sense. He's going to be like, yeah, I love that. I love hanging out with my girl, but not hanging out with my girl, you know? Because he likes being in the same room as you, just not, I guess, interacting with you. You know, like you're watching TV and he's just playing a video game. But you guys are in the same room. To him, he's like, yeah, I'm spending time with my girl, kicking it, you know what I mean? But I get to play my game and I get to have fun. She's just doing her thing. You know? That to me is what that symbolizes. Where you're doing something, you know, but you're doing nothing. Or nothing is something. So, from my experience, thinking about nothing. Sometimes I like to just sit on my deck in a nice chair, zone out, and have no thoughts. Yeah, man. Men love doing nothing. Goddamn. I'm not angry. There is just nothing worth talking about at the moment. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, if your dude is pissed and he's upset, leave that motherfucker alone for a little bit. Leave him alone. And let him come back. Because trust me, guys understand that we're bigger than you. We're a lot stronger than you. And we know, like, when we're that heated, you know, we know this shit could pop off. And we don't want to do that. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that. So we look at it like, okay, let me let the steam, you know, billow off a little bit. And then I could come and I can actually talk to her. Yeah, because, whoo. Yeah, nah. And then sometimes it's just like, we'll say our piece, and then that's that. We don't want to talk about it anymore. There's that too. All right. I need a transition period when I'm done with work for the day and don't immediately want to talk about my day. Facts. And that's where the whole hugging and the rubbing rubbing your man's back or rubbing his feet or whatever, you know what I mean? Like that, those little kind of things help him through his little transition period from work to that a lot faster. And if I'm being honest with you, you know, if you're rubbing his back or you're rubbing his feet or, you know, you're just kind of like hugging on him and stuff, that is more to him than him talking about his day. You know what I mean? Like, if you see him just sitting on the couch, you know, and he's just like, whew, you know, and you just come sit next to him and you're just like, you know, you're just laying on him or whatever, that'll help him through that transition period a lot faster. You know, sit with him like that for like 5 minutes or so and then ask him how his day is. Guarantee you, that man won't shut up. He'll be like, oh, yeah, my day was this and that, and we were doing this, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because he's gone through that transition period a lot faster. Guarantee you, you know? So, yeah, man. You can get hard but not be aroused, and you could be soft and be aroused. Facts. That is so facts. All right? Like, ladies, don't think just because my little soldier is not standing at attention that I ain't thinking about tearing that ass up. Because I am. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be times where, you know, your girl get out of the shower and you're just like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't, you know, I'm not hard, but I'm just like, yeah, I will be in a minute. You know? That's just how it is. And then sometimes, you know, the penis has a mind of its own and it's just doing its thing, you know? It's just like, wha-bam. And you're just like, oh, come on, man. Really? What are you doing? So, yeah, like, look. The thing down here, he doesn't stop having a mind of its own, you know what I mean, until you're probably like 70, if I'm being honest with you. Like, You could be a 40-year-old man still just popping random boners. It happens. You know, it happens less frequently, but it still happens. And it's just the way it goes, man. It's just the way it goes. And then, you know, sometimes you're one of those guys where, you know what I mean? You're looking at your girl and she's looking really attractive and you hug her and then it's like, boop. And you're like, ah. I didn't sign off on this one. All right. I didn't sign off on this boner. Okay. This was an unsanctioned boner. Like, that shit just happens. It don't stop. I think people are pretty aware of it by this point, but the impact of a compliment, especially from a woman, goes a long way for men. I'm happily married and went to a bachelor/bachelorette party for my brother-in-law and his bride-to-be. Everyone just partying, having a good time. I'm sober by chance and was just vibing as everyone drinks and smokes around me. As the sober one, I take care of things others don't remember to or are too drunk to. Making sure the food doesn't burn, cleaning the spills, whatever. I'm happy to do it. Randomly enjoying myself and playing some party games with everyone. A friend of the bride says only to me, "You're just a genuinely nice person." That's rare and great. I remember that 1 2-second interaction and clearly as my wedding day or graduation from college. Facts. Look. When a random woman gives a genuine, and I mean a genuine comment, all right? Because a lot of times women will just give these like half-ass comments and you're just kind of like, all right, cool, yeah, thanks. You know, a lot of guys can kind of pick up if it's a genuine or if it's just kind of half-assed. But when it's a genuine comment, you think about that for the rest of your life. You know, because it's the last one that you got in the last fucking 30 years or some shit. You know what I mean? It's truly like that. And I know for me, every time I get complimented, I'm like, hey, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Especially from a woman, you know, like your boys are always going to compliment you. You know what I mean? They're going to compliment you with a cup check sometimes too. But I digress. I guarantee you most dudes will be like, I get complimented more by the homies or men than I do by women. And when I do get complimented by women, I don't forget that shit. I don't forget it. And that's just the way it is. You know, so like, you know what I mean? If you have a meaningful compliment, go ahead and shoot it, you know, cuz and I get it. Sometimes women are like, I don't, because then they think that I'm interested in them. 100%. I get it, but that's why I say, you know, the more genuine the compliment is, the more it kind of feels like, and you can kind of cater the compliment to be friendly like she did, where she complimented like, wow, you know, you're a genuinely nice person. Like, you know, she didn't sit there and be like, oh my God, you look cute today. You know, she didn't say nothing like that, you know. So just saying to a dude, wow, you have a really nice sense of style, you know. That's not flirty. It's not like, oh, I'm interested. It's more of just, wow, I noticed something. You know what I mean? Or, wow, you got a haircut. Looks nice. You know? It's something as simple as that. It goes super far. You know what I mean? And that guy is not going to forget that comment ever in his entire life. He's going to be 60 and he's going to be like, man, back when I was 26, that girl told me I had a great haircut. It's just going to happen. Ask us out. We do not like rejection either. It happens. Facts, because I've always said it on this show. Ladies, shoot your shot. Because if you do, you're going to have a higher likelihood that he will say yes. Because for us, it's like a 70-30. You know what I mean? Like 70% of the time, we're going to get shot down. 30% of the time, we'll probably get a maybe. We might get a yes. We might get a date. But that's only if you're a guy that actually takes care of yourself. You know, you got good hygiene. You know, you dress pretty well. And you present yourself very well. And a lot of guys aren't that. You know? And that's why I say, like, it's probably even less than that. It's probably like 90-10 if I'm being real with you when a guy asks a girl out. So if you like a dude or you see a guy that is cute, go and talk to him. You know what I mean? Go and talk to him. And you can be as awkward as you want. That's the crazy thing about it. A lot of women sit there and say, oh, but I'm awkward. Oh, but I'm weird. Oh, I'll be too nervous. I don't know what to say. Hello. That's it. Say hello. My name is. And I guarantee you homeboy's going to be like, what? Yeah? You coming to talk to me? Oh. What's up? How's it going? My name is Blake, Well, what brings you here? You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee you, that's all you got to do. And like I said, you can be awkward. Why? Because guys find that cute. Guys find awkwardness kind of cute. It's quirky. You know what I mean? You can be a little shy. You could do the little finger point thing. You know what I mean? And homeboy's going to be like, you are adorable as fuck. Be a little pigeon toed. You know what I mean? That shit's cute. Like ladies, you literally have the dating game on easy mode. And all you got to do is talk to him. You just go up to him and say hello. That's it. You ain't got to start a conversation. Like, for a guy, it's hard because he not only has to come up and say hello, but then he has to start a conversation. He has to make sure that conversation is interesting and that the conversation can continue and that, you know what I mean? We also have to be able to kind of like stand far away, but not too far away, just so that way you feel comfortable and you don't feel like I'm all up in your personal space. We have to kind of like point our bodies, towards you, but like our head away from you a little bit. We have to do like these little things to kind of make you feel safe and make you feel like, all right, I ain't a weirdo and I ain't like a creepy dude and stuff like that. But for you guys, you can walk up. You could even be walking up to me. You could trip over and fall on your face, get up, and then be like, hi. And that guy will still talk to you. Guarantee it. And ladies sit there and they think, no, he wouldn't talk to me. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. I guarantee you. You like walk up to a dude and like fake trip. You know what I mean? Do like a fake trip, like and then say hello to him. A guy you don't even think is attractive, you don't even think anything of, and just do something like that. I guarantee you he'll still talk to you. I guarantee you he'll walk up to you and be like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" A little meet cute type shit. And he'll extend his hand out and like pick you up. And then this guy that you don't even care about and you didn't even think was really cute is all of a sudden kind of hot. And you're just like, wait a minute, hold on. Prince Charming in the building. Oh shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like, ladies, you got it on easy mode. Like, it's, I'm just saying. All right. How damaging it is when we open up / be vulnerable to you and you later use it against us when you're angry. Yeah. I always say it's good. The only time that it's good to be vulnerable with your girl is if it's something that,
We'll be right back.
4 out of shape. 4 dads. Out of shape.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Dad Advice Podcast.
Hanging out once a week. Consuming beers. What will they say next?
Confucius say, "You go to bed with itchy butt, wake up with stinky finger." You ever use a bidet? Bidet to you, sir. Get him a telescope so he can see Uranus from farther away.
Can we give some dad advice here? If the buttons on your shirt button the opposite way, that's the lady's shirt.
How would I say it? It's something that doesn't involve your relationship. You know what I mean? It doesn't involve money. It doesn't involve your job. It doesn't involve anything that has to do with her security or how secure you are in the relationship or anything like that. You know what I mean? The only time you can really be vulnerable about some type of shit is if it's just outside the parameters of your relationship. Like if an animal dies or if family member passes away, or if a friend moves away, or like, you know what I mean? Or it just things like that. I think when it's outside of the parameters of your relationship, you can be vulnerable. And there's not many things that are really outside of the parameters of your relationship that you could be vulnerable with, because it does happen. A lot of girls sit there and they're like, oh, I want a vulnerable guy, and then the guy is vulnerable, and then, you know, they're just like, oh yeah, you're emotional, you're this, you're that. And so it's like, you know what I mean? And a lot of times I don't think girls want guys to be vulnerable. I think they just want guys to be like open. You know, that's where the whole like communication comes from. You know what I mean? Like they want you to tell us, but they want you to tell them things, but they don't want you to be like emotional about it. Yeah. That's what I've noticed anyway. A lot of times when I am quote unquote vulnerable with a girl, I kind of do it from the spectrum of like, I don't have emotions toward it, or I don't really care about it. And then I think she receives that a little better, because I'm not being emotional about it, and I'm not being all like, oh, poor me. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, yeah, you know, work fucking sucked. You know, people want to call off and do stupid shit, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'll be back at that bitch tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm expressing how I had a tough day, and I'm being vulnerable to her in some degree, but I'm not putting emotion attached to it. I'm not like, oh my God, it was such a rough day, and it was just ridiculously annoying, and oh, I just am so tired. You know what I mean? Because then she looks at you like, nigga, what the fuck? You know? And not initially, but later on, she's just kind of be like, because think about it, if you came home every single day and you were just like emotional about work, yeah, your girl's gonna get fucking sick and tired of that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, either that, or I think it's a thing where you only get a certain amount of times to do it. You know, like a girl will let it slide once or twice. You can be vulnerable. And then after that, she just kind of looks at it like, all right, man, why are you so emotional? You know? And so, and the guy looks at it like, because I was able to do that once or twice, I could do that later on. And no, that one's a tough one, because, you know, I'm going to get a lot of ladies in the comments talking about, no, I want him to be vulnerable. I love that shit. Oh, my man is vulnerable all the time. And it's just like, yeah, I don't think he really is. You may perceive it as vulnerability, but I don't think it is. You know, but hey, is what it is, to each its own. All right, that some of us can be total brick walls when it comes to getting hints. Look, unless you bluntly tell me what you want, I'm not going to catch on to it, since I'm assuming it either doesn't have any meaning or you're just joking. And a lot of guys do that because it may seem like you want me to do it. Like you're giving every single sign possible that you want me to do it. And then when I actually do it, you're like, you know what? Never mind. You know what I mean? Like, think about it like this. Say you're on a first date and you're kind of giving every sign that like you want to kiss. And then it's like the moment the guy's kind of leaning in for it, you're like, on second thought, I don't think I want to do this, you know? And then we kind of get pushed away, and it's like, oh, my bad. I mean, I thought we were like, no. Okay. All right. My bad. Like, you know, cause you were giving all the signs that you wanted to kiss, but when I actually move in for it, it's like you instantly change your mind. And that's happened so many times to so many dudes. And I guarantee you all the dudes right now listening to this, they're like, facts. That's happened. It's happened to me the more times than I like to admit. And I'm sure it's happened to guys that are listening to this now. They're like, dude, because guys will pick up on the hints, especially if you're a guy that's kind of good with women and you kind of understand their little hints and what they do. You can kind of pick up on that stuff, but you obviously want to find the right time to do it. So you're like, you get the hints and you're like, okay, cool. She does want to kiss. Now what I'm going to do is create the perfect moment to then enact on that. And then I create the perfect moment to enact on it. And then you pull away and you're like, no, you know, and it's like, oh shit. Yeah, my bad. No, I just, you know, now you're thinking like, were those hints or were there not? I could have swore they were hints. They seemed like hints, you know? So yeah. That one's kind of tough. That's why a lot of times guys are like, just be blunt, you know? If you want to kiss me, fucking kiss me. You know what I mean? Or like be literally, you know, go 90 and I'll go the other 10, you know, like, like shit, let me know. All right. Having testicular cancer and nonstop hearing jokes and intrusive questions about having one ball and it being normal. Imagine making jokes about a girl who had her breast removed from cancer, and your first thought is it's acceptable to make a how's righty, or did they have to cut your boob open and suck it out? Okay. All of the things that were asked to me without ever hearing. Wow, that's horrible, or sympathy. Okay. I mean, I think you're alone in this one, brother, because, most of us, we got two gnip gnops down there, like, that sucks, and it's definitely weird. I mean, a girl goes down there to kind of jiggle the ball, and she's just like, wait, there's only one of them. What's going on? So, all right, bro. All right, I'm going to do this. Is going to be the last one for this thread. When I say no to having sex, it's not some slight against you. It is not an excuse to start guilting me, saying I don't find you attractive anymore and give me the cold shoulder. It means I don't want to have sex. I'm probably tired. Also, if I tell you not to do something in bed and you do it anyway after I've told you no, then I'm definitely not going to be happy with you. Most partners I've had, besides one, have had to have the consent conversation with after they've crossed the line, and every time they've found it an insult that I could even begin to think that they weren't respecting my consent. I mean, look, I get you on that first one, the whole like no, I don't want to no, I don't want to have sex or whatever, because you got to understand, for a dude, we got to put all the work in. That's exhausting. That shit is tiring. You know what I mean? Think about it. You're like tired and you're kind of exhausted, and then your girl's like, come over here and hump me. And you're like, oh. That's like working 15 hours and then going to the gym. That's tiring, man. That's a lot of hip thrusting. I got to hold myself up. That's a lot of knee cramping. I'm saying. And then, your butt cheeks are clamming up, and you're like, oh, shit. Now, you could warm them up a little bit, you get on top. I mean? Yeah. Then it's like, okay, all right, come on, girl. You know what I mean? I got a little burst of energy all of a sudden, The whole consent thing, I don't know what kind of girls you're dating. For me, I could tell a girl, hey, don't touch my butthole, and she ain't gonna touch my butthole. You know what I mean? Like, and then I understand consent goes both ways. If you don't want me to touch your butthole, I ain't gonna touch your butthole either. You know what I mean? Like, let's just chill. Let's chill on that. I don't know what kind of girls you're dating. That's a little weird, where they're just like, oops. You liked it. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of weird, man. What kind of girls are you dating, brother? Because I've never had the whole consent talk with a girl. You know what I mean? I've always just told her, like, nah, I don't like anything anywhere near my butthole. Like, and if you're the same way, cool. We're on the same page with that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Oh my goodness. That's going to be the end of that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Again, let me know in the comments of, what do you think women don't get with men? You know what I mean? Let me know down in the comments. Try to come up with some ones that we haven't covered, and I'd love to read them down there. And then again, if you think I'm wrong on some of them, hey, let your boy know in the comments. All right. Oh, so I'm going to hop into announcements super quick, and then we're going to get into today's scenarios. Oopsies. Hold on. Let me find today's scenarios. Jesus. What are you doing, phone? Thank you. Okay. All right. Announcements. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on Tuesday episodes like today, as well as Sunday episodes when we do them. You got a year's worth of content over there, man. Year's worth of content for you guys over there. And then if you guys are an audio listener, keep downloading the podcast as well as rating it 5 stars if you haven't already. That helps out a lot, man. The downloads lets me know that you guys are coming back every single week for these juicy episodes. And then you guys rating the show helps new people come on in and check us out. So I love all the support. Again, appreciate you so much. If you want to help even more on the free 99 side of things, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Helps out so much. And guess what? It's for free, baby. And if it's for free, then it's for me. All right? I love you guys all. So appreciate the support over the last year that we've been doing this show. And without further ado, let's get right into you guys' favorite part of the show. That is the scenarios. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to meet my girlfriend's ex friends with benefits? Why are you guys still friends? That's what I want to know. Why are you still friends? Because that is the biggest red flag I've ever seen. All right. Let's see. So my girlfriend of 3 years, we're both in our 30s, has a former friends with benefits. Let's say his name is Ryan. They were friends with benefits for about a year before we met. They were dating. Get the fuck out of here. Like, friends with benefits usually lasts a couple months. You know what I mean? Like 6 months tops. Not a whole year. You niggas were dating. Get the fuck out of here. During that year and before they were friends with benefits, they were not friends. After we started dating, see, they weren't friends even before the friends with benefits. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's her ex-boyfriend. Come on, man. After we started dating, she has been hanging out with him 2 to 3 times a year. Okay. And finds him to be a really great, intelligent guy. Enjoys spending time with him as a friend.
Stop the cap.
When we first started dating, she had mentioned that Ryan was really curious about who she was dating and really wanted to meet me. Yeah, he wanted to see his competition. That's what it was. However, I didn't feel the need to meet him because I felt that his motive for wanting to meet me wasn't a good enough reason for me to spend time with him. I felt like he just wanted to visit the zoo, see who was in the exhibit, and then leave. So I didn't see the value in it at all. I don't know why you made that analogy. That was the trashiest analogy I've ever seen. I think the better analogy is he wanted to see who his potential competition was and kind of evaluate if you're better than him or not. Because let's be honest here, you guys were dating. You just didn't have the boyfriend-girlfriend title. Like, stop. You will not convince me that you guys were friends with benefits. Like I said, friends with benefits is like a couple months to like 6 months tops thing. And then after that, it's either you guys date or you fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you guys were dating. Get the hell out of here. He wanted to size up the competition. He wanted to see if you were better than him. Like, come on, bro. Along that, I have plenty of friends that I regularly hang out with and would rather spend time with. Time with then. I also spend time with my girlfriend's other friends and family. That has never been an issue. So now almost 3 years have passed and my girlfriend hung out with Ryan a few months ago. Ryan has a girlfriend of about 2 years and she is now pregnant. Wait a minute. Hold on. Was he dating a girl when they were friends with benefits? Because 2 years don't make sense. Last year, they were friends with benefits. They started dating the next year. How the hell does he have a girlfriend of 2 years? That math ain't mathin'. Right? That math ain't mathin'. Yeah, because he says they were friends with benefits about a year before we met. So it was like the year they were friends with benefits. Then the next year, he gets with her. But then he has a girlfriend of 2 years? Yeah, see, that math ain't mathin', brother. Okay, yeah. That math ain't mathin'. Oh, okay, all right. No, never mind. He did say, so now 3 years have passed, and my girlfriend hung out with Ryan a few months ago. Okay, all right. I'm slow in the head. All right, my bad. I'm slow. I must have missed that. I went straight for the juice. You know what I mean? Yeah, my bad. Okay, so it has been 3 years. Okay, so it's the year that she's been with her mans, and then 2 years that he's been with this girl. Okay, all right, cool. Okay. And she's now pregnant. Okay. He didn't seem too thrilled at first about having this baby. It wasn't planned. And becoming a father / losing his freedoms, which is why he confided in my girlfriend a few months ago for support. He doesn't have many friends in the city to confide in. She met up with Ryan again for coffee 2 days ago. And Ryan and his pregnant girlfriend have invited us over for dinner. I told my girlfriend that I wasn't interested in becoming friends with Ryan. And the beginning of this relationship, and I still am not interested. Therefore, I declined the invitation. I told her that I'm perfectly fine with them hanging out and having their friendship, but I'm not motivated in any way to start a relationship with him or go to his house for dinner. She thinks I'm being incredibly rude and asshole-ish for not giving Ryan a chance, since he obviously really wants to get to know me and include us more in their life, since Ryan has a pregnant girlfriend don't have many friends in the city. So am I the asshole for not giving them a chance? Look, hot take, I don't think he's the asshole. Why? Because you used to fuck on my girl. And you having a pregnant girlfriend, as we know from this show, don't stop nobody. I mean nobody from cheating. I feel like dudes having a pregnant girlfriend makes dudes want to cheat even more. I truly feel that way. Go back and watch just even maybe like 2 or 3 episodes ago. Guarantee you'll find my boyfriend cheated on me while I was pregnant. I cheated on my pregnant wife. I cheated on my pregnant girlfriend. Guarantee it's happened so many times on this show, to the point where I truly feel like just because your girl is pregnant, that don't mean shit. That means nothing. If anything, Ryan wants to fuck your girlfriend even more. Like, I'm 1000% convinced. You know, and so that's why I don't think he's the asshole. And personally, the fact that you're okay with them having a friendship and all that kind of stuff, ooh, you're a bigger man than I. Because I would have been like, get this nigga out your life. I don't give a fuck if he ain't got no friends. Nigga, go make some friends. That's what the internet's for. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be friends with my girl. Fuck out of here. You know, you guys were practically exes. Like, come on. Because I guarantee you, dude, if the shoe was on the other foot, she wouldn't be having this. If he had a friends with benefits girl that he was still friends with, but they were fucking for an entire year, she wouldn't be happy about that. No, she wouldn't. She'd be like, that bitch still wants my man. I don't care if she has a boyfriend. I don't care if she's pregnant with another man's. Nah, man. She still wants my boyfriend. Fucking guarantee you if the shoe was on the other foot. But just because it's her that has the dude friend, you know, I guess he's supposed to be understanding. Like, nah, man. And he's doing it in a good way. I give it to him. He's doing it in a way where, you know, it keeps his peace of mind, and, you know, she gets to stay friends with this dude or whatever. But yeah, you're not gonna force me to have a relationship with some dude that you used to fuck and clearly still wants to fuck you. Like, let's be real. If you were on some excite me shit and was just like, oh yeah, you know, we should do a little excitement stuff, you know what I mean? Let's have sex behind my boyfriend's back, he would jump in bed instantly. Like, come on, man. Let's be real here. I do not believe you're the asshole at all in this situation. Nope. Fuck that Ryan guy. You know what I mean? Fuck him and his pregnant girl. You know, and like I said, I wouldn't have been in that relationship. I would have just been like, bro, no. You're not about to be friends with a dude you used to date. Get the hell out of here. You're telling me you guys were sex friends for a whole year and you guys didn't have any feelings for each other?
Stop the cap.
Nah. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. You can't convince me. You can't. Like I said, friends with benefits, couple months, 6 months tops. You know what I mean? Until it turns into something. It's either you guys one person catches feelings, or you guys just kind of separate, or one person gets a boyfriend/girlfriend and, you know, you guys just stop talking to each other. Like, it don't last like this. It just doesn't. And I guarantee you he's the one that caught the feelings for your girl. Guarantee he probably doesn't even really care about his girlfriend, because if he did, for one, he would have stopped talking to your girlfriend. Two, he would be more excited about this pregnancy. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you he's just like, fuck, now I'm stuck with this girl. You know? And I'm not sitting here trying to paint him as a bad guy or anything. I'm just going off the information that was given to me. You know? The pregnancy was unplanned. He feels like, oh, it's taking away from my freedoms and all that kind of shit. So it's like, come on, man. The writing is on the wall. It's very clear. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, man. Like I said, I don't think he's the asshole. I don't think you should give that motherfucker a chance. I don't even think your girl should be friends with that guy. But hey, it is what it is. You guys let me know what advice you would give him down in the comments. Okay. Wife cheated with a personal trainer. Oh, man. Oh, so I went to a bar on Saturday night to watch the UFC fight. This chick walked in and she was definitely an 8 or 9 out of 10. Now I'm a confident man, but I know what league I'm in as well. But she sits down right next to me at a bar in a Buffalo Wild Wings. Now Buffalo Wild Wings. Now these seats, they're pretty damn close. I looked around at all the other guys and was like, oh, okay, makes sense, I guess. But anyways, it was awkward AF because we were so close to each other. So I broke the ice, not trying to flirt, just making shit less awkward, right? And we started talking. And I can read the room. She's very comfortable and I'm not bothering her. So we talked for about 30 minutes to an hour, I think. I asked, so why are you here? She said to watch the UFC fights. I was like, oh shit. Okay, cool. By yourself? Or she stated her personal trainer is coming. I was like, your husband won't find that weird? She told me how she's been married for 7 years and absolutely loves him and the marriage is amazing. She stated, oh, is that weird? I said, well, what's your husband doing? She said he's having a guy's night watching the fights as well. I said, okay. Do you find your personal trainer attractive? She said, I mean, yes, but I'd never get with him or cheat. He's just not my type mentally. I said, okay, well, I guess it's not weird if you're truly faithful. He comes in and sits next to her. 2 drinks later, they're holding hands and his hand on her thigh, and she left with him, not even finishing UFC fights. Womp womp for husband, I guess. I'll never understand. Wow. So this took a turn. I thought the guy that was writing this in was the one that got cheated on by the personal trainer. But no, he kind of watched this all unfold. I mean, I hope there wasn't any bedroom fun after they left. You know, like, I hope there wasn't any bedroom fun after that, like, because that would kind of be, you know, we can only hope. We won't know what happens, but I mean, the fact that they were a couple drinks in and they were kind of getting a little flirty, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know what I mean, the personal trainer, he be getting mad close with her, you know, all up on her booty and everything. Like, yeah, you know, get that squat, great form. Yeah, like, come on now. Oh, yeah, I don't think she really love her husband all that much. You know what I mean? If she going out with some dude to the bar, he might not love her that much. Shit. You never know. The husband might have pushed her into this man's arms, like, you know, oh, I don't want to spend time with you. Oh, you know, I'd rather hang out with my guys than hang out with you. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think she's cheating. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? She just kind of said all that to this random guy, which I don't know why. I mean, but you never know. It could have been a thing where she might have thought, like, oh, he might be here to, like, spy on me or some shit. I have no clue. But Hey, it's what it is, man. That's what happens when you have a very super attractive girl, you know? Yeah, she looks at it like, if you won't do it, I'm going to find a man that will. You know, I'm going to find a man that will. You best believe me. And you think I'm going to be out here, vying for your attention? Nah. I got a line around the block, baby. You know? All right. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I wanted a divorce while intimate?
Bruh.
She was letting this man dick her down, and she was just like, I want a divorce. And he's just like, what? Hold on. Huh? You know what I mean? Like, the quickness your penis would get soft, it would be crazy. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's read the story. Let's see what happens. My husband cheated on me 2 years ago. He had a 2 months of what he described as madness, but it was very passionate affair with a colleague. Later, he described it as being in a trance, and he truly believed he was in love with her. But it turned out to be just very good sex. Then, when it calmed down and it was only the people left, he realized he didn't have any feelings for her. He ended it and confessed to me crying. I suspect he only wanted to tell me before I knew from someone else. I was already suspicious because he didn't look at me, recoiled from my touch during these 2 months. He usually never turned me down when I initiated, but now he did. Later, he explained that he felt guilty and didn't want to use me because he felt like he was defiling me if he slept with me while he was with another woman. But my guess is that he was in love and I didn't matter anymore. After the 2 months, he was passionate with me again, more than he was before the affair even. I was confused until he confessed. I was in a shock afterwards, and I don't remember much of the first months. I have never felt such pain. I guess I'm lucky in this. I don't know why I didn't leave him. I felt incapable of doing anything. I just stuck to my routine like nothing happened for a while. Work out, cleaning, out with friends on weekends, and then I broke down a few months later, and I couldn't even get up from bed. We started therapy, both individual and couple. He confessed to everything because I wanted to know everything. Apparently, she wasn't even better than me in bed like he initially thought, and the sex wasn't great but very awkward already after the second time, but he had a picture in his head from the first time that he wanted to go back to again. Like that first high you experience that you never can experience again, so you start to do more and higher doses to go back up there. It never made me feel better or worse. Sometimes it made me feel better because the idea that I wasn't enough was intolerable, but sometimes it made me feel worse because did he cheat on me for nothing? Anyways, we started having sex again a week ago. I realized that I have full-heartedly forgiven him, but at the same time, I felt nothing for him. None of his kisses or touches or sweet words did it for me at all. All I thought was, I forgive you and I am not mad at you anymore. When I told him that, he was very happy and he thanked me and promised me to be the best husband ever. The one he was supposed to have been, the one I deserved. My stomach churned from his sweet words. Like when you have something that is too sweet. Okay. Saturday, we were having sex again, and he told me that he loved me and how beautiful I was. My brain and my heart were screaming, I never want to sleep with him ever again. Oh, I just said, I want a divorce while he was inside of me. Damn. The look on his face scared me because I thought something happened to him. He has not talked to me since. He looked shell-shocked, and he said that he was at his most vulnerable when I told him something this devastating. I swear I didn't plan it. It just happened. The words just escaped me before I could pause and think. Am I the asshole? I think you're the asshole because you continued on when you knew you didn't want to. That's why I think you're the asshole. Now, look, I understand that you heard him out. You guys went to therapy and you were like, I think we can fix this. But once you guys were done with therapy, like you said, you felt nothing for him. And I think at that moment, when you really realized, wow, I don't feel anything for him anymore, that's when you should have asked for the divorce. Not later on when he's over here thinking like, oh my God, I love you and I care about you and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And then you're like, okay, all right, I'm fucking done with you. You know, I think this would have went over a lot better if you would have, once you realized, okay, I'm done and I feel nothing for him, then you would have said it. That's why you're the asshole, because you kind of drug it on a little bit, which you shouldn't have done that. I understand loving and caring about somebody and worrying about their feelings. I understand that. But the moment that you feel something and you feel it strongly and you're confident in how you feel on that, you need to tell them. Because that's where communication breaks down, and then people feel like they're lied to and they feel like they're led on and they feel like, what the hell? Why didn't you tell me this sooner? And how long have you been feeling this? You know, I always say it. Girls always want a guy that's a great communicator, but they can't communicate themselves. You know what I mean? I've always said that, and I will die on that fucking hill, because I've never met a woman or have dated a woman where her communication has been better than mine. Like, I will communicate things. I will talk to you about everything. I will make sure like, hey, you know, I was busy doing this. Sorry about that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't get that on the other end. You know what I mean? It's until it's at a breaking point that I get the communication that I've been giving you the whole time. You see what I mean? And so for me as the guy, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Where'd this come from all of a sudden? But to you, it's not all of a sudden. You've been thinking about this whole time. You just haven't been telling me, you know? And so that's why I think you're the asshole, because once you knew that you felt that way, and once you knew that that's how you truly felt, you should have just told him. And then I think it would have been like a little easier on him. You know, I'm not justifying anything that he's done, and I'm not saying that he's right in any of this. I'm just saying that you're the asshole for how you told him, because you drug it on a little bit when you could have been told him, you know? So, yeah. Let me know, though, what you think in the comments. Is she the asshole? Is she not? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? All right? So let your boy know. Let your boy know. All right, this is going to be our last scenario for today. If you gotten this far in the episode, thank you. Love you. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're helping out the show in the free 99 ways. And if you want to help out even more, like I said, there's patreon.com/MyAssholePodcast. So let's get into our last one here. It's a pretty short one. Husband cheated and got someone pregnant.
Bruh.
Woo! So I nearly found out my husband cheated on me with another woman. She said she's pregnant, but the timeline of her saying she's pregnant doesn't line up with the dates. They had unprotected sex on, August 24th and August 25th. She says she's pregnant on September 8th to September 9th by she's sending a photo of a positive pregnancy test to him. She knew he was married, and she caught feelings and wanted to be in the picture while he was with me. Wow. At this point, I feel like she is playing around and wanted to play I'm pregnant card in order to keep him. She stated to him recently that she's having cravings and back pain. Someone make sense of this. Okay. So they had the smex, and it roughly 3 weeks later? I mean, to me that makes sense, because usually if you are actually pregnant, morning sickness should come in around 3 to 4 weeks, because you can't take a test until 2 weeks after. Quote me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm not a girl, so I don't know how this works, but quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can take a test 2 weeks after, and then morning sickness comes in around 3 to 4 weeks. And so I don't know why she'd be having back pain. Or, you know what I mean? I know at that stage she would be having like morning sickness, but I don't think she'd be having back pain, you know? Yeah. Unless she's bigger, because I mean, if she's got a little baby bump, okay, hold on. You know what I mean? She got a little baby bump. She been getting pregnant. She got pregnant a long time ago. She got a little baby bump, you know, but I don't think she's big enough to have back problems. You know what I mean? And then she was saying like, she was just saying that to probably keep him around, so she can't be big. I don't even think she has a baby bump if she is like still at a stage where, you know, she's just saying that to keep him around. You know, I don't know why the fuck she would want to stay with a married man anyway. I don't know. I mean, it seems like girls love some married men for some reason. I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, why? I would think you would find out that he was married and then cut that shit off. But, you know, for some reason, women think like, oh, yeah, I'm better than her. He'll leave her for me. But trust me, that ain't going to happen, baby girl. I always say it. Ladies, you're never going to change a guy. You're never going to do it. He'll probably change for like a week or a month. But after that, he going to go right back to, you know, doing his shit. So it's like, if you don't like who he is, then that's it. You don't like him. He ain't going to change, baby. He ain't going to change. No matter how many times he comes to you, I've changed, baby. You know, I'm like, they ain't going to change. Fuck out of here. That ain't going to be right back to the same shit. But I'm just saying, I don't know. The timeline would make sense for the pregnancy tests. Okay. And her having morning sickness. But the timeline doesn't make sense if she has back problems and all that kind of stuff. I would have thought, I mean, ladies, let me know in the comments, like when you're just pregnant, is like, do you get back problems? Is that a thing? Because I don't think so. I don't think you have back problems until at least later on into the baby's, you know, development. I don't, unless you get like a little bigger, you know. That's why I'm thinking maybe she's a little big and she's got the back problems. But then that would mean that the timeline don't make sense. And she got pregnant like back in July. You know what I mean? So I have no fucking clue. Yeah, I mean, either way, I'm surprised you didn't mention leaving this motherfucker. Like, you know, like I would have been left. I'm sure she probably, like, I'm sure that was maybe a given. You know, yeah. So I don't know. Girl, I would just leave, say fuck it, and just be on your own shit, man. Let him figure that out. You know what I mean? Let him figure that out. If he wants to be with this girl and this girl wants to be with him, let them figure that shit out. You know, I would just get a divorce real smooth, quick like, and then be done with it. You know, that's me. But you guys let me know what you think about all these scenarios in the comments, as well as our thread. Get involved in there. Get on the Patreon. Got a year's worth of content over there, man. Check us out. Support the show. If you want to help the show on the free 99 side of things, keep downloading, rate the show 5 stars, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. All of that is free and it helps support the show. I appreciate you guys so much. Love all the support you guys have been showing. Yeah, get in those comments. Start a conversation with your boy. I love you all. I'll see you on Thursday for another Court of Thorns and Roses episode. You guys are loving those episodes. I know I am. Shit's getting a little spicy, a little juicy on that book. I can't wait to get into our next book because we're actually almost done with this one. So the train keeps rolling, man. Train keeps rolling. I love you guys all. I will see you on Thursday. Peace.